Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Mimosa Fridays podcast, a show where we share powerful life lessons and a few laughs as Gail empowers others as she sits at the intersection of people, purpose, and politics while sipping on mimosas. Holidays are upon us, shipping containers have stalled, store shelves are limited. What will be under the Christmas tree? Unwrap your business products and services on News in Motion broadcast and Mimosa Fridays podcast with Gail, available to support your success as prime real estate in a committed audience. Contact News in Motion with Gail at gmail.com to reserve your live 3-minute spot. The first Unwrap This Live is October 25th. Don't delay. Only 24 spots are available for $297 each. Contact today. Now grab some orange juice and champagne and welcome your host, Gail Dudley.
November the 2nd on the ballot is local. I want to talk about school boards. That's where we need to go right now. There are over 14,000 public school districts with more than $500 billion spent on public elementary and secondary education each year. Now, they set policies. Y'all, this is so important. You think this doesn't connect to Congress? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So we have the critical race theory that's out there that people are trying to make sure it does not get into the schools. And I believe we have to teach at home anyway. So there's that. When it comes to things that we need our children to know, there's that. But they set goals and vision for the district, adopt policies. They set students' performance standards. They establish school budgets. They approve the school calendar. They adopt curriculum. They evaluate and hire the superintendent. They select transportation systems. They approve contracts with outside vendors. They manage collective bargaining for district employees. That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. And right here in the district I live in, we have in the school board, we have what they're calling vote for the moms or keep the dads in. I'm in the Olentangy school district. And so I said, well, let me look at that because vote for the moms is like, yeah, let's vote for the women. And I can't tell you who to vote for. But when I started digging into what they're doing and what popped up was the whole critical race theory, I said, oh, that's where you're coming from. But see, they're playing off of words. Vote for the moms or keep the dads in. I'm voting for the dads. But that's who I am. You vote for who you want to if you're in this school district. But there's so much that's unfolding there. And when you get people that are on the school board, you think they only sit on the school board. There's a connection to local government. There's a connection, whether it's a commissioner or the city manager or the city council or whatever. You have to follow the dots. Don't sit home. And if you've already voted, that's okay. Just make sure you're communicating this information to people who have not voted yet in November the 2nd. Y'all, there's 14,000 public school districts throughout the USA. Y'all, again, now you have to be, depending upon your city, you have to be anywhere from the age of 18 to 21 to run. So even if you're not in this election cycle and you're thinking about it, you don't even have to have children. You don't have to have children in the school system. Now, some people their rules may vary. Now, here are common platforms for the school election: budget issues and district operating expenses, student discipline. You have people on the school board determining discipline. Y'all need to hear this. This can include bullying and school violence problems. Now, school overcrowding. Now, I know there's new schools that are in Olentangy and they sitting on the daggone register and the school just opened. Why are the students sitting on register? Do you need another school? What else can we do here? And hear me, you pay for these things with your local taxes. Come on, somebody. They also look at bond measures, local options for levies for facilities and operations. That's connected, y'all. Y'all got to follow this. Student achievement and standardized testing, teacher shortages, school curriculum and teaching material, student behavior problems, Safety measures, including student expulsion and practices in the presence of local law enforcement. Y'all see where I'm going here? Approving curriculum material. This may include censorship and banned books. Hello, somebody, pay attention. Closing or constructing schools and updating facilities. Testing criteria for students. Collective bargaining for district employees. School district consolidation due to budget challenges, transportation systems, including busing, and getting community input on issues. Listen, I need y'all to really pay attention to this. Let me see. Pastor Antoinette said, I saw this on Facebook the other day. The people who tried to block Ruby Bridges from going to school or blocking their grandchildren from learning, they tried to block her from school. Listen, y'all, there's a serious problem, and it's happening at the local school levels. Y'all need to pay attention to this. Now, what's interesting, and I was talking to Pastor Derek Holmes, who was with us last week, and we spoke afterwards, and he said, there's one thing I did not mention. And I said, well, I'll mention it when I cover these things next week. And he said, the one thing he didn't mention, you need to be very tuned in to why there's silence on these types of candidates and these types of people on the ballot. If you're not hearing about it, you need to be asking yourself why. Because see, when they're not talking about it, that candidate becomes a shoo-in. Because they're like, oh, so for example, in Olentangy, come on now, most women are going, oh, I'm for the moms. I'm for the moms. Better read that. You better read that. Don't quit to vote for the moms. Don't quit. And I know people do this because I've done a study on this. Y'all stop going in there. And I'm going to tell you how you can get a sample ballot, ballotpedia.org, but stop going in to vote and say, let me just pick what name I like. People do that. You go, I don't know these people, I'm going to pick a woman because I'm a woman. I don't know these people, I'm going to pick a man because I'm a man. I don't know these people. Shaquita's on here, so I'm going to vote for Shaquita. Well, what does Shaquita do? What does Tom do? What does Richard do? What does Sally do? Y'all, we got to stop doing that. We got to stop being reactionary voters and become educated voters. So y'all, these local school district, that these candidates who are on the ballot, it's important. The person isn't the only thing on the ballot. It's all of these things I just named. What do you want them teaching in the classroom? How do you want them to utilize their budget? Probably pay the teachers more. Hello, somebody. I'm an advocate for pay raise for teachers. I am. Yeah, they good. I want them to have a pay raise. Discipline. These standardized tests that are happening. Yeah, these are the things that are on the ballot. Local police officers, there's your connection with city council right there. The budget, the transportation, who's transporting our children and who's getting the contracts to transport our children? There's that. Y'all, there's so much connection here that we need to pay attention to. I'm going to open my school soon. Yeah, I'm not going to run for office, but I'm going to open a political school soon. Yeah, I am. And not this. This is where basic information that we can get to you so that you understand what's happening. This is what's happening, y'all. This is what's happening. So, of course, we want to go to www.ballotpedia.org. And that's BALL. The team is gone, but I think I can find it. I think we have it. Yep, here we have it. Ballotpedia.org. That's where you want to go. You can do a sample ballot lookup. Here's how it works. You enter your address. You enter your email if you would like to receive Ballotpedia election news updates in your inbox. Now, y'all, once you give them your email, they're going to be emailing you. So you don't like it, just you can get your form right there, take a picture of it, screenshot it, whatever. You can select an upcoming election date if there's more than one in your area. You can view the list of candidates that will be on the ballot. Ballotpedia includes comprehensive election information for the largest 100 city populations within your area, as well as all state legislation, statewide and congressional races across the nation. You can contact your state and local election election administrator. If you want an official sample ballot, they can send that to you. You can go and pick it up. You can get that. See, these are resources that we don't understand that we can put our hands on, but you can get all of that information right there at your fingertip. You want to get it so that you can then study it. You want to get it so that you can study it. You can do your research. Don't just listen to me. Don't just listen to the sound bites of the candidates. Do your research. Do your research. The sample ballot tool includes all candidates in every upcoming election occurring within the 100 most populated cities in the U.S., plus all federal and state elections, including ballot measures nationwide. Additional local ballot measures will also be included. Tribal elections are not included. Territorial elections are included. So just look at all of that there for you. It's right there. Now, I'm going to make myself available to answer questions. All you have to do is send a message to me. Better yet, send it to my email. Let me see if I have it in here. Yep, we do. The email, you can just say, hey, I have a question on this. We will do our best to get to you. Give us at least 48 hours, 72 hours to get back to you. And if we don't know the answer, trust me, I will respond. I don't know the answer, but here's your local information. For those of you who want to find out your representatives, that's the email address for your representatives. And then you can also find out from them information. And if you want to know who your senators are, there's that information as well. All right, the inspirational message I have for you today is to breathe and shine. This is your day to shine. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. That's where we are, y'all. Shine. God has gifted us in this season. We are armed and dangerous with biblical information. And when I say dangerous, that means nobody can stop us. Nobody can degrade us. Nobody can throw us under the bus, because we are more than conquerors through Christ Jesus. That's who we are. I want you to breathe and I want you to shine. All right, everybody, I went a little over today, but I thought it was necessary to make sure I gave you all this information. Hey, paparazzi, Latrice Jones gave me these. And again, there are other consultants on here. I mention Latrice Jones often with Luxurious Life. She's on Facebook because she sponsors News in Motion. Now, we're still in the middle of Unwrap This. If you have a business, a product or service you want to unwrap on News in Motion, just go to the News in Motion page on Facebook and get all the information. It's also on LinkedIn. It is also on YouTube. Check it out.
Are you ready to raise awareness of your brand, product, or service? Gail, the host of News in Motion and the Mimosa Friday podcast, is an influencer who brings attention to every product she mentions. She started out with a few followers and is growing her base daily. Listeners tune in Monday through Friday from around the U.S. and beyond. Let Gail help you expand and connect with new customers from all around. To get your brand, product, or services mentioned on her shows, just contact info.gaildudley@gmail.com to request her media deck. Catch Gail each weekday on News in Motion on Facebook Live at facebook.com/newsinmotion or her YouTube at youtube.com/GailDudley. You can also follow Gail on Instagram and Twitter at Gail Dudley and visit her website, www.gaildudley.com. Until next week, as Gail always signs off, stay well and remember to make some moves.